One of the things that I did when I was getting my practicum was spend 3 times the amount of practicum hours that I needed to decide what population I wanted to work with in mental health. My master's degree was in the mail to me the same week that I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And so one of the things that I decided to do was stop my anger phase because of previous trauma in my life and not allow it to hinder my children's success, and to leave a legacy of faith and healing for my children and then other children in the future. And so working with adolescent teenagers was not something that I wanted to do initially. But when I came back to my faith after the diagnosis of cancer, I really literally told God, I see what you're doing here. And so I started listening a little bit better for what my higher power was telling me to do. And it was work with adolescent girls. And so that was something that I was dragging my feet on because it's really difficult to do. And it's something that will blow up for a treatment facility in a negative way if that's not something they're supposed to be doing. And so I believe we've been called to help girls find their life back when individuals have maybe stripped them of their innocence, stripped them of their respect, stripped them of their things in their life that they saw sacred. One of my desires in opening the ranch, when I came to a life-changing crisis in my life, being diagnosed with a potentially harmful disease, was to look at what I wish I had had in my life, or I wish previous family members had had in their life, in order to make my life as a teenager a little more easy or a little less rocky. And so I think when we're working with the girls at the ranch, it not only helps the generation of the girl we're working with, because quite frankly, most parents don't like to hear this, and it's not every child's parent that's to blame, but our girls aren't born in a vacuum, and most of the problems that we have seen and that we work with are adult inflicted on the girls. And so girls acting out or teenage girls being rebellious is not something that just happens overnight. It's repetitive or chronic trauma that's occurring in these children's lives, where they have to run away to something or they have to run from something. And so when we first ask them, when they come into the ranch, what are you running from something or to something? It's as if no one's ever asked them that before. Their parents might have said, why are you running away or going AWOL or something? And so one of the reasons that I started the ranch was to help build in the mind of these girls that they have the ability to love themselves better than adults have loved them, and treat themselves better than adults potentially have treated them. And so that's one of the most difficult things that we do, is to whittle away at their faulty belief system that they're not worth it. And so giving them a value system that God has for them is something that we work hard to overcome every day in their minds, that they're not worth it. They're not worth being loved. And so if we can help them learn to love themselves better, they can learn to give themselves a better life, and thus give their children a better life, and so forth and so on. White Horse Ranch is a treatment facility, residential treatment, partial hospitalization, intensive outpatient, and an outpatient program for adolescent teenage girls. It was designed to help girls learn how to communicate and to cope better in their lives. We recently learned that we received 100% on our last audit with the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services for the state of Oklahoma. That's a difficult task, and so we're getting ready to receive accommodation for that distinction with the Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse of the state of Oklahoma. And so we're licensed by Department of Human Services in Oklahoma, and we're certified as a treatment facility from the Department of Mental Health. One of the reasons to choose a ranch is that we're really, really good at our outcomes, and getting down to the established root problems of what a girl sees as something that's not allowing her to move forward and successfully achieve what her parents want her to achieve. We have staff at the ranch that are very understanding and have an empathetic spirit, and we're able to listen to what the girl's really saying with her behavior, not based on what her words are saying. Sometimes if the parents are indicating that's their goal and they haven't recognized trauma in the girl's life, then she will really make that goal not attainable for herself because she's resentful to her parents. So our goal is to help the girls become their best cheerleader and their best advocate for themselves to find a good life for themselves and their future.
Parenting a teenager is hard. There is no handbook for parenting. But if you want more info, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will definitely give you some more tips